Yeah. Yeah. Shit out there, we like to party. Listen up, yeah, it's time to start. Live the good life, the good life.
Hey babies, I hope you're all safe and well. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're spreading love and positivity everywhere you go. Apologies, my voice is still quite hoarse. It's still recovering from whatever it is that I had, which I don't know what is. I don't know what it is. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and you spent some much needed time with your loved ones. I've literally just got home from being on a 3-day Christmas bender with my mum, my sister, my brother, my stepdad, and I think I am full for like the next week. Like, so much food. And yesterday I was so tired. I was cooking breakfast, cooking lunch, cooking dinner, and so yeah. But yes, I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and you got like all the things you wanted. I know this Christmas has just gone by so quick. If you are new, hey, welcome to my channel, welcome to my diary. So today's, sorry guys, my news. Today's video, I want you guys to tell me if I am exaggerating a situation that I kind of got myself in. I don't know how to say it, because like from the beginning I just feel like people say, hey, red flags, like right from the beginning. How did you not see this coming? So I know, like, before I used to do upload like story time on my dating situations. I've decided that I probably will continue it, but it's not necessarily going to be dating. I'm just going to giving you story times, and if a situation perhaps involved the possibility of getting to know someone, I can put it in there. And that's that. Like, I'm going to try and keep it light-hearted as much as possible, because some of these things just happen, and I'm sure when I get old and grey I will be laughing my head off at some of these stories. So not too long ago, so what we're talking about, like, actually it's been a few months back. It has actually been a few months back. Yeah, and I just want to tell you about this scenario that ultimately I ended up blocking someone in less than like 48 hours. And how the person behaved, they tried to tell me it was bants. It was not bants. You guys might tell me it was bants. I don't think it was bants. I think it was rude as. So and again, I'm gonna apologize for my croaky voice. It's probably gonna go all over the place because my nose is just bugged up still. But anyway, so not too long ago I was out and about. I don't even know what I was doing, but I was out. Where I live is like a main high street, and I get loads of people like doing donations to charity, or, you know, like out knife crime, child abuse, any sort of charity. Because I'm on like a main strip, it gets really busy with people trying to get donations for charity. So I am no stranger to just giving to charity. I know some people think that these things are a scam, but I'm very much like, I believe in good karma coming back to you as long as you're like a good person. So if I donate and you're not a good person, that's on you, that's not on me. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I'm walking anyway, and this guy, we're gonna calling him Pause, and I'm calling him Pause because he had a tattoo, and he had this thing about tattoos with Pause. So Pause stopped me. This guy stopped me. I don't know if I should say, like, as a heads up, this is another failed attempt at me trying to date somebody. So anyway, yes, I was walking down the street, and this guy, who we're gonna call Pause as in like animal, Pause, stopped me, and he was like talking to me about his charity. It was such a while ago, guys, I actually can't remember what the charity was. And like I said, I am no stranger to people doing trying to get donations from charities around my area. It's a very common thing where I live. So He's talking to me, and then he just kind of stops and just gave me a really lovely compliment, tells me like, oh my god, I think you're so beautiful, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, thank you. And I really did feel empowered in this moment, because it was one of the first stages, and that's why I say it's a while ago. It was one of the first stages of when I had my natural hair out, and I was just kind of like getting used to my natural beauty. So had my natural hair out, like leggings, top, whatever, like really casual. And he's like, you're really beautiful. And I was like, thank you so much. And we just got talking, and then he said something to me, and I was a bit like, that is a red flag, but let me just try not to judge people. Like, it's really hard trying, because like a lot of people say you should have known this, but I'm telling you now, I don't want to hear you should have known anything, because it's really hard dating right now. It's really hard trying to meet somebody new, because there's always a red flag. And it's sometimes, like, I don't know, personally for women, I feel like we have to like choose the letter of, I don't know if that makes sense, because I don't know, no one's perfect at the end of the day. I'm not perfect, no one's perfect, so whatever. So anyway, one of the first things he said though, and it was definitely a red flag, was I'm not insecure. And I was like, okay, bear in mind this is like the first interaction, and this was coming off of his compliment. So he says, I'm not insecure, but if you was my girl, I'd be calling you all the time just to see where you are. I should have left it there, guys. I really should have. But I was like, okay, that is insecure. But let me, Shay will find something endearing about that anyway. We all want to be wanted. Don't tell me you don't. We want to be wanted, and I like to be wanted, so. But not to this extent. So anyway, I was like, that definitely sounds like a red flag. But okay. And then he kind of just proceeded to talk to me about, I don't know, silly things like, I don't like when I'm on, so some of you have followed me and you guys know my stories go all over the place. I'm talking to you like you're my friend. Whenever I'm out and about, you guys see how I dress on the gram. I dress up all the time on Instagram, and this is not even an excuse, but I just feel like someone's going to be in there feeling a type of way. When I'm on Instagram, I tend to show you guys like how I'm really dressed up. If I'm gonna go out, like different dresses and outfits to wear. But obviously we are in reality, and in the day-to-day, I don't go to the local sweet shop wearing a fitted bondage dress or heels and high-waisted jeans with a low-cut shirt. If I'm not going anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. I'm in like jogging bottoms and a t-shirt or oversized. I love an oversized jumper, and I think I was in sports leggings, you know, cycling shorts, sorry, and an oversized shirt that I'd cropped. So you could definitely see my figure, but like my figure's not the type of figure you're gonna hide. Like, come on now, guys. So anyway, so he was like, oh, your type of figure, you should have loads of tattoos. And I was like, it's weird. It's a really weird correlation. Like, what has my figure got to do with tattoos? But whatever, I'm sure some of you guys might understand what I mean. I don't. And then he proceeded to tell me that he had one blue eye, which I could barely tell he had one blue eye. It was just like a ring, but he really wanted to show me this or whatever. Anyway, he had a colleague, and his colleague was like, it's time for you to get back to work because you've been talking to this girl for a very long time. And I felt uncomfortable. I was like, I think you need to get back to work. And I could tell his colleague looked like he was trying to wind him up a little bit, like he kept trying to look at me and smile, and I was just like, I don't pay no mind. I'm not a girl of games, okay? I don't play games. So I was like, okay, but I didn't have any cash on me anyway, so I didn't donate to the charity. And but we exchanged numbers, and I let him do what he was doing. It sounds like it's a long interaction, it really wasn't. So I've gone. I felt bad that I didn't give anything to the charity because he was working, and I like took up his time of him talking to me. So I kind of had like a little shade to show revelation and karma and goodwill and giving, and you know what's £5 to me is a lot to somebody else. And £5 is a lot of money to me, but I mean I'll probably spend that on a coffee. I don't know, you know, giving to charity just seemed like a better alternative. So anyway, I come back and he's talking to somebody else to do the charity talk. So I give the money to his friend, and his friend says, is it for me or is it for him? I said, well, I don't know how it works, but if you get like what is it called, when you get a percentage of sales, the word escapes me, commission. Woo, that was difficult. Yeah, so I was like, if you get commission, and obviously it needs to go under his name because he spoke to me, whatever. Anyway, I go away, I go home, that's the end of the evening. Bam, wham, bam, thank you, mum, done. The next day I go out to see one of my girls, we have brunch, and then and I was actually like really excited because I don't know, like, I don't actually get a lot of people trying to stop and talk to me on the street. As much as I may have loads of stories, I'm 30 years old. I don't have a lot of stories of people in my lifetime coming up to me and talking to me. I just don't get it. So I was really excited. He was a good looking guy. He was an older gentleman, not much, like 35, I'm 31. So not huge, but you get my gist. So yeah, I get a message like later in the afternoon, sorry, from this guy, but the messages are pictures of himself. But you know, like selfies, which is fine, but like in the mirror, flexing, posing, whatever, saying guess who. So I'm just like, okay, I was a little bit cringe, but whatever, like some people might think I'm full of myself. So I'm like, hi love. My friend was like, Shay, that's a bit weird, like what's going on there? And I was like, I don't know, he just wanted to send pictures of himself. I don't know, he wanted to show me his good side. He feels, whatever, I don't know, guys, don't know. And so anyway, he then messages me and says, you like my friend more than me? I'm like, is this a question? Is this a statement? I don't know what he's talking about. So I'm like, why would you say that? He's like, because you was paying him more attention than me, and then continued to send me pictures of himself. So I was like, no, like, I don't know why you would say that. I've given you my number, so if I want your friend's number, I would have asked for your friend's number. Like, at the end of the day, if you're stopping to talk to me, I don't have any loyalty to you. I don't know who you are. So if you're asking for my number, why can't you find your phone more attractive? Then surely I'll just say I find your phone more attractive. Anyway, so he proceeded to just go on this rant about, you like my friend more than me, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I don't know why you would say that. And honestly, I came back to give you money. So why you would make that assumption, I don't know. And then he was like, oh yeah, my bad. You forget how many people I talk to. I was like, I don't forget anything. Like, you forgot because I came back. And how many people you talk to? Do you give out your number to like all of the girls on the street? Like, what do you mean I forget how many people you talk to? I should be a one-off special, as in you special. It's not so big headed. No, but you get what I mean. Like, if I give my number to one person and I'm out working, I will only know what that person did for me, rather than be like, well, you forget I speak to loads of guys. Like, I'm confused. I speak to my job. No. Anyway, so he was like, you can have his number if you want. He's still talking about if I want his friend's number. So I don't want your friend's number, like, relax. Anyway, it went on for far too long, and I was getting ready. I'd gone home by this time, getting ready, as in, like, going to the bathroom, coming out, having a shower, etc, etc. And then I said, to be honest, this conversation is making me feel really uncomfortable, and it's kind of like put me off, because it is, you know, me in my head going back to you saying to me you're not insecure. This is sounding very insecure. Like, I'm just saying hi, how are you, I've come back, do you know what I mean? And you're like, you like my friend, you like my friend, what do you mean? You like my friend, you like my friend, you like my friend, blah blah blah. This is off-putting. This is a really off-putting conversation. So he texted me, but I didn't answer because I was getting ready to go to a friend's engagement party. So I've gone from one friend to another. And then he says to me, then he calls me, but I'm getting ready, I'm in the shower. So I come out of the shower and I see a message. It says, I called. And I said, yeah, I can see you tried to call me. I'm getting ready to go out, but if I'm very honest, I don't really think I want to proceed with this, because this is becoming really negative. And it's in fact, let me see if I can find the actual, hold on. Come closer, my pretties. Meow. Look clear. And now we're closer than. Everything creaks, guys, even my bed. Let me zoom it out. Too much. Yes, so sorry, I had to like go back into my messages to find it, because I want to make sure that I'm telling this story correctly. So when he sent me the first message, I was like, what makes you say that? He says, I don't know, you was eager to speak to him. And I said, at what point? Because it doesn't make sense, considering I came back to give you the donation. And then he was like, you must remember I speak to all these people. And I said, you're giving insecure energy, and it's not really, I don't really like that. I don't know why you would mention your boy, like we're having an interaction. And he was just like, you was looking at him, blah blah blah. I was like, for God's sake. Anyway, and then I just went to, you know, I gave you my number if I want to speak to your guy, blah blah blah. What I did notice is he was telling you to get back to work, and I told him that you were actually trying to get me to donate the funds. And then he just starts to talk about like he's his supervisor, blah blah blah. Just wanted to make sure we was on the same page. And I was like, this is just like, bearing in mind what he said to me in the beginning of like, if you was my girl, I'd be calling you all the time, I'm not insecure, you're just a very attractive person, and I'd just be wondering who you're talking to all the time. Anyway, now I think about it, it's a very big red flag, guys, I'm sorry. So yeah, when he was calling me when I was in the bathroom and I didn't answer, I literally said, I'm getting ready to go to an engagement party, but to be honest, this whole convo has kind of put me off. He's like, it's cool, I knew you'd have an excuse to say that, I'm not even mad about it. And I was like, an excuse? And he said, thanks for donating. I said, no problem. And I thought that'd just be the end. Guys, I thought that'd be the end. But obviously, I attract crazy people, and it's not the end. Maybe I'm crazy. You know, they say crazy attracts crazy. I actually think I'm perfectly sane. And then he was like, when I said excuse, you clearly wanted to speak to that guy. You made an excuse not to talk to me. No hard feelings. I didn't want to have my way with you. That's me saying it in a nice way. He said, I didn't want to F you. Just talk to you, but I see your type, and I'm glad I never invested your time and energy. So like, if anyone knows me, like I do my utmost and my best part, like to be a good person. I have nothing in my DNA that has the want or need to be negative towards anybody. I don't want negative energy in me, and so that kind of just like really hurt my feelings. So I deleted his number, and I was like, that is the end of it. And then this crazy man must have thought, because I deleted his number, that I blocked him, so he assumed I didn't see the message, and so he texted me to say the same thing. So I was like, do you know what, I texted back and said, look, I don't know how this whole conversation has got on about you and your friend, or me and your friend. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. It is giving off insecure energy, whether you feel like it gives off insecure energy or not. Because how this person became the center of a conversation really bewilders me, when all I literally said was, hey hun, what's going on, guys? What is going on? Like, why? Anyway, I said, I'm literally reading it word for word, like, so you guys can tell me if I exaggerated. And I said, I want no negative energy in my life, and you're sending it my way, and it literally makes no sense. I wish you luck in whatever you do. Please don't contact me again, because I don't have time for this. Whether you want to call it insecure, whether you want to call it controlling, whatever you want to call it, you guys might be like, he just wanted to be sure, he just wanted to check what? I don't know. I'm assuming that you guys will think this, you may not, but it really disturbs my energy. And then his last message was like, you made it the center of attention by me talking to you and you focusing on him, and that's why I asked if you want him instead of me. If that's your type of man, if that's your type, only focused on man, I'm happy. If you knew me different, you'd say, but yeah, I can send him your number if you want. Why are you still trying to give me this boy's number? Why is he still trying to give me this boy's number? What's going on? Like I've said multiple times, I don't want it. Anyway, I just stopped responding, because I was like, do you know what? It's not for me to entertain crazy. And one of the first notions of crazy is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. He's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result with me. That's not going to work. And me continuously talking to you and doing the same over and over again, trying to explain myself, is a form of insanity. Because why am I doing that? I've known you for like less than 2 days. 2 days, and all of this nonsense. Nonsensicals. Makes no sense. And then guys, to make it even worse, so one day I was coming back. I told you my life is like chaotic. One day I was coming back on the train and I'd left my laptop on the train. I tell you it's gonna get somewhere, and the people on the train, they found my laptop, but I was so happy, but I was so stressed because I just started like one of my new projects as a project manager, and I'm walking to my door. Like I said, I live on a main high street, and lo and behold, who is on the street? His friend. And his friend's like, oh, like, excuse me, you look really nice, but talking to me. And my hair was different. It wasn't so when he first stopped me, my hair was tied up. This time my hair was down, so it was up and curly. If you guys have seen the hairstyle, this time it was down and straight. And I was like, no, I recognize you, I'm sure you're friends with Paws. And he was like, oh, you're that girl that said he was insecure. So they've clearly gone and had a conversation about it afterwards. Bear in mind, I forgot to say to you guys, after I deleted his number, which he thought I blocked him, he deleted every single message. Like a crazy person. He deleted every single message he sent to me. I'm assuming so he can go back and use it as proof to be like, I didn't even say anything to her, and look, because the things that she said. It's like I'm having a whole conversation with myself. Sorry. Why do people do this? Like, you're not okay. Are you okay? Am I okay? I was okay. I'm okay now. Like, redoing a story is triggering. Anyway, so his friend is stopping me. He's like, oh, I'm not like my friend. I'm not insecure. Like, you can't tarnish us all with the same brush. Bearing in mind, this guy is now standing in front of my door, my front door. So I'm like, you need to move. I need to get upstairs. I've still got work to do. You need to move. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you're literally blocking my front door. He's like, no, I'm not leaving until you give me a number. I will treat you different. I'll cook for you. Like, look at you. You're so beautifully shaped. And he's touching me. I'm like, can you not touch me? Why are you touching me? I don't know you and your strange friend, and now you're touching me. And you know what? You guys, this is like a childish game that you guys are doing, because you just want to go back to your boy and be able to say, sorry. You just want to go back to your boy and be able to say, you're a big man. You want to go back to your boy and be able to say, look, she did give me my number. She did give me her number, and for him to feel he was right. You're both wrong, and you're both very unnecessary. Like, you're big men. And furthermore, like, the other guy, I'm like, you're too attractive to be this insecure, to be playing games and doing this nonsense. Like, big 5'11" men, me 5'2" girl, and you guys are trying to play these silly little baby games. That doesn't make sense. So anyway, his friend, I was like, I'm not giving you my number. He's like, I'm not letting you get in your house until you give me a number. I like, move if you don't move out my way. So I said, no, I'm not giving you my number. He's like, you can't tarnish us all the same brush. I said, I can. You are the company you keep. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want drama, guys. I don't want it. I said, I don't want drama from you. Your friends, you need to move. I know you guys think I'm doing too much talking, but this guy's literally blocking my house. Like, my door is his body. Door, his body. So anyway, I was like, fine, give me your snap. And he's like, aren't we too old? Just give me a snap, and then move from my door. So he gave me his snap. Did I accept it? No, I didn't. I went upstairs to my house and I closed the door. Literally a week later, they're both outside again. I know this sounds creepy, guys, but I'm not going to put down to anyone stalking me. Literally, I live on a main strip, and I'm literally in the center of everything. So again, there's loads of people doing charity work. They're just happy to be one of the charity workers. So I'm like, crap. So again, I look slightly different now. I've got no makeup on. I've got my hoodie up, and I'm like, okay, just walk, Shay, just walk. And so I'm walking, I hear, excuse me, can you look at this charity, blah, blah, blah. So I've turned and looked at him, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then he's like, oh, like, it's you, like, can we talk now? I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. So he proceeds to walk around me, walk in front of me. No, like, at least we're face to face, can we talk? Guys, I say it's a long story. You have to tell me if I was, and I'm glad it's got like an ending, so you guys can tell me if I did the right thing by blocking him. So anyway, he was like, I think you misunderstood. He's like, my boy tried to talk to you the other day. Yes, he did. Yeah, he told me. That's nice. That's nice. Because in my head I'm like, did he also tell you that he said that he was insecure, that he could treat me better, that although I know he was just talking crap, so he could go back to his boy and tell him that he got my number, this little game. Anyway, and I saw the friend kind of like hop, skip, or jump over to try and hear, I think to see if I threw him under the bus, to tell like him what he said, but like I said, I don't want no drama, I don't need it. Negative energy, stay away from me. So he's like, oh, I think you misunderstood, you were saying I was insecure, and I'm not insecure. Obviously, like, you misunderstood. I said I didn't misunderstood, and what the things you said was actually very hurtful. Like, when I say hurtful, guys, I'm talking about, like, I had to call one of my best friends straight away because the attack on my character, and I thought he was a better person. I know it's exaggeration, I'm an emotional person. It really made me feel like some type of way, like I had somehow brought this on myself to an extent. And now that this guy's like calling me out of my character, and I'm like, oh my god, like, am I really like not a nice person? Like, anyway, so I was like, no, you was like really unkind, and it's like, I don't want to talk to you about it. And he's like, no, it was banter, you misunderstood, it was banter. Banter? Does any of this sound like banter to you guys? This is not banter. It was disrespectful. It wasn't banter. But like, I swear people think because I'm like small and pretty and whatever, like, you're looking for an insecurity for me to be able to like bow down and give you what you want, or feel like I'm not worth respect. Like, I don't know what it is. And obviously I know predominantly a lot of my following is in the US, so like it is a different world, but I don't know, like man to man, whatever. So he was like, can you unblock me please? I was like, no. And then he was like, please, like, it was a joke, like it was banter. And as I'm walking away, he's literally shouting like, unblock me please, like down the street. Are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing, because you really thought I was gonna be like, oh my god, no, I really like you, you're so much better looking than your friend. You wanted me to feed your ego in less than 48 hours. Why was I gonna do that? And then you guys want to continuously test me, like I'm a game. But anyway, so that is literally the end of that. That's the end of that. I don't know how you feel about the tea, dear diary. I don't know how you guys felt about the tea in my personal life. You know, dear diary, another failed attempt at getting to know somebody. That's how I should start it off. Dear diary, another failed attempt to get to know somebody. Cause what is going on? Gosh. Anyway, so yeah, that was that. That's the end of that. You guys tell me, did I overreact? Was it very unnecessary for me to block him? I don't think it was. I feel like you guys are going to tell me you don't think it was, but it is good to like share thoughts, you know. Anyway, my nose is getting blocked up even more, talking more. I don't know what's going on. I think I've had too much sugar. I think I've had too much sugar this weekend, and it's like not clearing up. But anyway, that is that. Like I said, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I'm talking nonsense. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Spreading love, light, and positivity everywhere you go. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. If you're not new, you just keep coming back and finding my videos, but you're not subscribing. Can you subscribe? Because, please, it would be nice. And yes, I will see you guys later in the week. I don't know if it's going to be a haul. I don't know if I'm going to have another story time. I'm hoping, fingers crossed with me, guys, manifest it into the universe. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm really hoping to have a positive result and my next video to be like great news. So just say, you know, just hoping and praying that Shay receives the good news that she can share with us in her new video, because it will just be an amazing start to the new year. I do plan on uploading another video before the new year, so let's hope and pray that that is that. Anyway, you know, I'm doing that thing where I do too much with my hands. I'm very expressive. I will see you guys later in the week, okay? Bye.